Okay, so the stream should be live in a second. Okay, uh, that's good. Let me just share the link to the Discord so some new people may be able to join. Just a second, let me find the correct channel. Okay, so there's that. And as you can see, I didn't really have anything special planned for today, because I actually just arrived home like 20 minutes earlier, and I really didn't get to plan much. I am currently looking through our spreadsheet what we still have to do, and maybe we can continue with the gates from Monday if they're still in the animator, and we'll see how much progress we get done, and if we finish with that we can perhaps do something else. Yeah, so luckily I found out what the issue was that kind of caused the Monday stream to crash. Hi Peter. So yeah, apparently the problem was with my charging cable that wasn't inserted right, and when I bumped it with my foot I kind of caused it to short circuit and turn off my PC. So hopefully we don't do that today, and we manage to get at least full 2 hours done. So as you can see, I also managed to do some progress offline, so we currently have like this orangish base, and then you can see here kind of more clearly what we're going with. Yeah, I know. At least I figured out what the issue was before buying a new PC and blaming it on like my cooler paste or something like that. Or at least I didn't manage to shut it down since I have reinserted the power cord. Yeah, that shit happens. uh, so maybe we can try to do some more details on the top. Yeah, that's definitely the 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 culprit. Yeah. If I drink, I do it after the stream. Wink, wink. So let's see. Perhaps we can go with something like that. Unfortunately, not this weekend. Because we have like assignments for the university that I have to attend. So perhaps next time, when we don't have as much work to do, because I basically have like one meeting on Saturday and one meeting, or even 2 meetings on Sunday. I don't know. It's quite hectic right now. A lot of stuff to do. Yeah. So maybe we can do some highlights here on the top, like so, and then maybe we can even use one shade brighter to do, wait a second, to do some highlights here on the top with the gray as well. And now I'm just thinking if we should do something similar here, just to, yeah, I think that kind of works. Let me just zoom out. So that's kind of what it would look like. Because that's fine. Or actually I wasn't really paying attention to these gray highlights. Okay, so we can have them here, and maybe this second bright block or voxel isn't really needed, so maybe we can get rid of that. Like so. And then maybe we can try to do some stuff here as well. Let me just zoom out. And or do we... maybe we could do... have to be shaped something like this, though. Yeah, we can try with some orangey colors again. So with something like this, and let's see, 2, 4, 6, and then maybe if we put it down the diagonal like so, and then maybe we can make it a bit thicker, perhaps even 1 voxel more, like so. And let's see if we did something like that. Maybe... You're goddamn right. Maybe we can do just some kind of a little fade here. And then this is... okay, this is our base color. Then maybe we can do at the bottom a little shade, like so. And for the highlight we would have to go with this one. But I'm not too sure if that's actually something we want. Although it kind of looks decent. Nothing too fancy, just to fill in the... just to fill in some space, and maybe we could try to do something with a bit of a similar style here on the other side as well. So let's see, what can we do here? Perhaps something like this, and then we just follow the same pattern as we did on the... so this is actually bottom side, but if you flip it around, that's the right side. So I'm not really sure what to call it, but I think something like this would fit just fine. And then we can do the same thing with it here on the other side as well, just so we kind of keep the same idea or theme or whatever you want to call that all over the asset. And another thing we could do would be to make like an extension. So these darker spots would be kind of aligned with these brighter ones. So here, 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 and here. This one is a bit off, so this is aligned, okay. Then here and here as well. And then for some shades, oh my god, okay, thank you for letting me undo that. And we can just add some details here. And then, so this is the second brightest from this line. We can do perhaps something like this. Dun, 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 and then like so. And maybe we could try to replace that with some... I mean, there's like a lot of this orange yellow stuff, so maybe we could try to do that of some other column. Or maybe we could even try to do it with a different, but this one is gonna look kind of green, like that mixture of green and yellow. That well, we can try that, and we'll see what that looks like. So that's actually not too bad, but I think we should have used that color somewhere else, so it's not just this part. And actually, where we could repurpose that would be for making some highlights here, and that would probably turn out just fine. So let's try that out. Like so. And then maybe we can do the inner part with a slightly darker yellow. Either like so, or that could be on the side and the bright part would be in the middle. So let me try both and we'll see which looks better. So here is one and here is the second, and I kind of prefer this because it puts emphasis on the middle instead of the sides. So let's go ahead and repeat that with the rest of our whatever these thingies are. I'm not really sure what to call them, but so here, 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 and so should it be here or here? Or maybe nowhere. We can leave it like so. No, okay. So that kind of looks good. Let's save just in case, and then we still have some room for details on this side, or it would be even better to show on this side because this one is actually flipped, so we will have to we'll have to duplicate this side and flip it so it keeps the same pattern going on. As you can see here, this side should be on the other side of the door, and the same thing occurs on the other side. So yeah, we'll have to fix that, and maybe just before we do that we can try to add some more details to our door. Maybe we can turn on the nice lines so we can actually see better where something is. Now for this part we can do highlights, but it would be kind of difficult to do the shades because we are already this is one shade darker than this, so we don't have like an in-between shade or whatever you'd call that. And maybe we can not overcomplicate this and just make it brighter on the outside, or even we could do it brighter on both sides, and I think that would be like a win-win situation for everybody. Let's go here, and we can finish this up all the way to the right. Then let's finish the outline. And okay, so we have the correct mirroring. So we don't have to repeat the whole process on the other side, which is great, because I'm not the biggest fan of repetitive work, so yeah. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that kind of looks kind of the same width, but this could be even one narrower, but it really doesn't make much difference. So let's go ahead and close that. And let's do the same thing on the other side, and as you can see, it kind of adds a bit of depth, or like there is a little like a little side thingy, and that the brighter gray part is kind of indented, outdented, so it's kind of like outwards, made a bit outwards, and these brighter parts are like the sides that are reflecting more light to the observer. Okay, so let's pick the color, and also, you know what, we can try to mirror over the y-axis as well. So we basically have to do just half of the work that we did on the other side, because the asset or the model should be symmetric over y-axis. So let's go ahead and do that. This, okay, and then repeat that for the other side. And we are already done. Wow, that was fast. And maybe we can just finish it up like so, and maybe let's do that for the other side as well, just so they are not really symmetric, but what would you call them? They have like the same type of details and stuff. So this door doesn't really have to be like too interesting, so to say. Okay, so there's that, and the lasers also don't really need much more details. So one thing that we could do is first let's get rid of these nice lines, and then maybe we can split our view. Let me just turn that so, okay. Okay, so we undo that, and then let's try to pick the color, and maybe we can do some bright gray details. And it's kind of, it's just unfortunate that we don't see really well where these details are being placed, so maybe let's get rid of that and we can just do them here. And it's just like we do a line and then a spacing of 2 voxels, and then we put another one on each side. I think that's a pretty decent, simple texturing technique just to get most of the area done, and then we can do some other stuff for the rest. There's that, and then maybe here. Okay, so that's like for the general texture. Then let's see. Perhaps we can do just some lines without the dots at the end. And then we can maybe do just some dots without the lines, just so we can kind of fill in the gray space, so it doesn't look too empty. Maybe one here, maybe one here, and yeah, we can play. Nah, I don't like it. So there's that. And I don't really think we need to make the inner side too detailed, because nobody is well, let's not say nobody, but like a really small amount of people is ever gonna see the top, so I think it's more important what's on the outer side than what's on this side. So there's that, and then let's try to figure out what we wanna do with this part. So unfortunately we can't downscale anymore because we have these little details which would get erased if we did, so yeah, let's not do that, but we can still do some mirroring to make our job not really easier but faster. So yeah, so we don't have to repeat everything we did on the other side. And let's see, this one is 70, 70, 70, so can we find something close to this color? Maybe this one, a bit darker. Okay, so we can try to do first the outline, like shadow or something, and maybe we can even do it, we can make it too thick. Then let's see, so this one is kind of the most similar, but it's still darker. So I'm kind of thinking if we wanna have like a pipe going on here, although I'm not really sure who would make a door. Well, we have one here already, so it could kind of fit in with the theme, but then again not too much, so yeah. Maybe for the start let's do the same outline here, but we need to get rid of one of the mirrors because this side isn't as... Oh, and also... aha, so this could actually be okay, so we're actually using a different gray for this part. Maybe we can just change that altogether now that I know what's going on. So here's that, and let's see, these two do look really similar, which is quite interesting. So this one, okay, yeah, so they're really similar. So let me just recolor that to this color, right? And then we can do something like this. Let me just pick it here, okay. So that should look right. Okay, and it does, which is good. Let's save. And now let's see. So usually shapes like squares or stuff like that can appear like more sturdy or defensive, or I don't know. So maybe we can try to or maybe we could do some diagonal crosses like so, which would kind of go with the rest of the wire door and stuff. So maybe we can try to do that as one idea, and then maybe for the other idea we could do something like, okay, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so that would be 16. And if you go down to 3. So I think that should be a square, right? Okay, so it needs to be 1 taller. So that's a square. And now what we would do with this square? That's also a good question, right? So... One thing would be to space them apart by maybe 4 voxels. Okay, and then maybe we can turn off the lights so we don't have these shadows or window. Oh, these things, what they are? They are just like details on the side of this door. So you can kind of get the idea, plasmoris, what we are doing. So we're kind of finishing up this asset, and I'm trying to figure out what kind of details would fit on this gray part. And if we turn on the lights, you can see some depth. But we turn them off so we can edit this stuff more easily. And I forgot to select the column side. And now let's see what we can do. We could do maybe something like this. And then we would have to shade it as well. Let's just check it out. So that could kind of work, right? I mean, why not? So I think we should start at the top and then it would be something like this. Then you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we still need 6 on the other part. So we would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we finish that up. And maybe let's use the line tool instead of... Also, what's going on? Oh, we aren't coloring it in, but making a new block. So let's change the tool quickly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then let's get rid of the rest of the stuff. Right. Oh, so these are... Oh my god. What did we do here? Well, see, that's what happens when you turn the shadows off. So let's do this, let's do that. Let's continue our little pattern. 4, 6, 14, and then the line across, and then the narrowing. 1, 2, 6, 8, 14, then the narrowing, and we aren't mirroring to the other side, right? So luckily it's all connected, so we can just do... well, it's not actually, it's broken here, so this should... Okay, this mirrors it onto the other side. And then let's put this in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15. And maybe now we can go out and see what our result kind of looks like. And now I'm just not too sure if we wanna keep the... just some minor stuff. At least at the top, I think it would be better if it didn't spread out. So if it were like this. And now we are mirroring some stuff, most likely somewhere we don't want it to be mirrored. So let's undo that. Let's get rid of one mirror. And let's do this like so. Now we can turn this back on. Oh my god. Nice lines. What did we do? How did we manage to do this here? I'm completely baffled. Oh, it was... Oh, yeah. 3W. So... Now let's do this the right way. Okay, and then another thing we could try to do would be like making it go outwards as well. And these might be just a little smaller. So it's 4 from each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go here. 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 And here. Okay, and then on the top side we still need to do the little for going here. And this should be one down, like so. Okay, that's great. And let's continue with our details all the way down. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, then across. Okay, and then 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That's great. Then let's go here and here. And for our last rectangle, let's go here, and maybe we can extend this one all the way to the bottom, just so it has like some kind of foundation or stuff. And we can do the same thing for this one. So these are 6 thick. So maybe we can go with something like that. Okay. Now let's color these outer plates with our base orangey color. Then we do some highlights on the top. Okay. And then we can also do some shadows on the bottom. What happened there? Okay, so let's do that. Then maybe we can do like a little I don't want to call it a spark because it doesn't really look like one, but just like a little highlight. And then we can color this with the middle gray. Between this brighter one and the other darker one, and maybe we can make this like some kind of a grid. And I think, or maybe, oh my god, now we would have to undo everything, which we can't, so let's color this back in. And I think the actual darker parts should be these, but if you color them like so, it just doesn't make too much sense. So maybe we can go and color them with this middle gray. and we can use the same color here on the sides and here at the bottom as well. So that's here, we forgot it here. Here, and here. So this is done, and then we can go ahead and do some highlights on the top parts, just to give this thingy some more depth, like so. And then we can turn off this mirror and then just do something like this, just so we have some highlights on the middle as well. Okay. And then another thing we could do maybe is just extend this outwards at the top and bottom, because why not? That's the greatest reasoning I could come up with, because why not? Let's see. Okay. Is there something else? Maybe we could do like a little highlight here, but yeah, I don't like it. I don't really like it. So let's see. No, we want this color. Maybe we could try to do something with it. Let's turn on back our mirroring, and perhaps we could do something like this. And I'll just do it on a couple, and we can then try to zoom out and see if that actually I think it does look better than the straight line. So let's go ahead and do that on the rest of our plates. So here, and the last one. And now I'm just trying to figure out if we can do perhaps a little triangle, rectangle here. So 3 on this side, 3 on this side, like so. And then it would also let's get rid of that. And then on the in the corners we could do like some brighter shade, like so. And then here 1, 2, 3, it would go something like this. And then we can repeat that for the rest. 1, 2, 3. So. Okay. Okay. And then for the last one. And now let's do the bright corners as well. Then I think this should be mostly done, or maybe we can try to figure out some details on the outer side, but the major part will be done. And I was just thinking, if we made the it mirrors, if we made the bottom part darker shade, it would also give some depth to our creation. So let's do this. Okay. Yes. Okay, and now we just need to do the same details at the top, and it might be useful if we have our rig ghost turned on. So this is the inner color. Then we make the high. Yeah, you know what? Let's turn off this mirror. As you can see, it wasn't something we required. And then let's go here. We do. Whoa, that's the wrong tool. Let's go here and do the highlight part. And then what did we do? Oh, and then we put these to the sides, and then just a little zigzag in the middle, then some highlights at the top, and we can try with this one, and I'm not really sure if it's the same color as we used on the bottom parts, but we'll quickly see. So that lines up good. Actually, we should have gone with a little brighter, right? So let's go ahead. This one needs to be this color, and then here let's do that. And would it be an overkill if we did this as well? Okay, let's see. So that looks good. And also we forgot about this little detail on the top and the bottom. And I think we can do some highlights and shades for these middle smaller rectangles as well. So let me just mirror that, and then we can just make a line at the bottom and then one brighter line at the top. So like this, and then for the highlights, great. So let's zoom out, and also let's save. Okay. And now I think we could actually go ahead and mirror this side 0 into side 1. Or maybe not yet. Maybe we should color the side, the inner side, with this darker gray, just so it kind of fits with this part of the background. Let's see if it's the same gray. Okay, so that kind of works together. But maybe we could even extend this. Whoa, where are we now? Oh, that's the other one already. So we could like make this pipe extend down. So let me just check how many grays are in between these. So, okay. So there's one in between. And then let's go here, turn it around. So that was this gray. And we could mirror that over the y-axis. And not really here. And then let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then one in between, and then like so. And then we color the base color, and then we do the shading here. We actually need to do something with the lasers. So let's see, what can we do with the lasers? So this is basically going maybe like this, so it's a little bit shorter than the top side of the gates by 2 voxels. And here as well, and then let's do this. And let's make it extend all the way down to the same level as the other one, like so. And then of course we won't have enough space for this detail, so let's just get rid of it. Then maybe we can extend this orange like so. Then at the bottom, and that extends to the top as well. So now we're kind of in a pickle, because I'm not too sure what we wanna do here. But I guess the easiest way would be either to just leave it gray or to fill it with orange. Let's leave it gray for now. So you can see here kind of what that side looks like. So the orange would help with this top whatever we are trying to do there. So maybe let's wait. This is the correct tool for the job. So let's do it with it. So that's for the outer part. And then for these inner details, we could maybe just copy this this pattern, but make it gray. So this would be our base color, and then we can go ahead and let me just turn on some mirrors, and let's see. So we have two spacing here, and well, maybe it would be even easier if we used split screen. And then why is that the bottom? What kind of logic is that? So left? No. Right? No. Bottom? Well, okay, apparently these labels were incorrect, so let's use front. Nope. Back. Okay. And now we do it like so. And wait a sec. These have... Why does the upper one have... That's odd. And the upper and the bottom one have like just 2 margin, and the rest of them have 3. Interesting. So let's correct that real quick. Okay, and then but wait, what about the other side? So if we go to the left, on the left they all have 2. Okay. Was that because of... Yeah, it was. But I guess it's... Wait, what did we do here? Oh my god. Front? Okay, we should be mirroring there. So let's turn this onto the other side, so we can see if it would update, which it doesn't, and that's good. Oh no, oh no, oh no. It does it here. So let's turn off all the mirrors. Then let's just fix this side. So it has some spacing in between still. Like so. And then let's also get rid of that. Okay, so this side is now good, and now let's move back to the back and let's mirror over the red axis, and then we can continue going with our basic pattern. So there's that, there's that. Okay, and then for the last 4, let's go ahead and do them as quickly as we can, and you can see that. Oh, guess who's back? So, okay, we can do the rest, and these repetitive details are, I guess, kind of boring, but oh, nice. Thanks for your regards. So Okay. And we missed one. Cool. So that's basically it for this side. Yeah, we don't have the dark line on the top, so let's not do it here either. And now we can turn off the split view, save, and let's see. So this side can stand on its own if it has to, I guess. Maybe we could do some like ending touches here, but for the rest I think it looks pretty good. And then so now we can actually go ahead and delete side 1, which we have duplicated before, to the real side 1, which is the updated version. And then wait. So we actually have side 0 on side 1, and then we'll have side 1 on side 0, and we still need to... Or, you know what? We can actually now put side 1 here, and then we can just flip this one, or wait a sec. Put this here, and then we flip this one. Boom. No, that's the wrong axis. Okay, so that works better. And let's maybe just do this little detail here. Oh, and turn off the mirroring there and use this one. So we have it on the other side as well. And is there something else that we wanna add? Oh, we were talking about like finishing this up a little bit, just so if it's the last part, it kind of doesn't just cut off, but maybe oops, but just maybe does something like this. It doesn't really need to be too detailed, just something, so it doesn't just completely cut off. And that is already mirrored to the other side, which is great. And now let's exit that view. So yeah, if you view it from like an angle, that looks much better than if it was simply cut off. So let's save that. We have our laser lines. And we also need to duplicate top 0, which we do how? We click that button and we name the clone the top 1. That's great. Now we put that one here, and now we actually flip the top 0 over the blue axis, just so we have this thingy on the right side when we look at it from the bottom. But the drawback is that you can kind of see that these details at the top are basically symmetric over the middle, which could be changed, of course. Well, maybe we can just adjust some of them. So let's get rid of the mirror. make some of them shorter, like so. And also this one is kind of really obvious. So maybe here, maybe here, maybe we can put one longer line here. Maybe we can even do some diagonals, because why not? Okay, so when we look at it from the top now, it kind of looks symmetric because it still kind of is, but it isn't as apparent as it was before. So that's the back side, that's the front side. Let's go ahead and save, because why not? And now we can go to animating. So we need to do some opening and closing animations, so let's go ahead and do that. So let's name it idle01, and then we can add the second keyframe to idle. And now for the opening, as you can see, we already have one side done. Well, at least for the first layer of the doors. So let's go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. Okay. And now let's rotate this one inwards as well. Okay, and now if we check here, this one is at 0. So let's move this one there as well. Wait, how does that work? Actually, so wait a second. So this one is at 31, and then the other one is at 31 as well. So that's good. And maybe we can even change all of them to quad out, just so they can ease out a little bit. Quad out, and then for the other side as well, just set them all to quad out, like so. Okay, and so that's done in 1 second. Then for the lasers, so in this time the lasers could move upwards to 47. Is that the top one? Yeah, 47. And wait, what happened with this? Oh, so we didn't readjust for some pivot point changes. So at 1 we should have everything at 47, and also, as you can see here, we should flip that over the red axis as well, just so we have our details aligned correctly. So there's that, and now we move these to... wait. Laser 0 base. Oh, we should have been moving the full laser here as well. So let's see, full laser 1. And we were moving the base, but what we should have been moving would be the full laser. So let's move that to 107. And then let's move the full laser 0 to 107 as well. So they're both at the top. And now we can put the keyframes on everything. And then in the next second, or the lasers can go out even sooner. Or, well, let's just for the second, let's animate the door. So they go to minus 120 perhaps, so they shouldn't be sticking out. Or, yeah, that's a little bit of a problem there. If we put it to 120, minus 120, so let's put these to 119 as well, like so. And maybe we can do a quad out here as well, just so they kind of start opening quickly and then just slow down. So let's see the whole animation, and also let's just save just in case. Okay, so I think we can move these inwards a little bit. Let me see where the half point is. Okay, like so. And then the other thing should be for the lasers. Where are you? Oh my god, there's so many nodes. So not here. Okay, full laser 1. Let's also give this to quad outs. And then maybe the one that started at the bottom, which is laser 0. Full laser 0 can have this extended by a little bit. Let's see. Okay. I think that looks pretty fine. And then we just need to hide the laser. So about half point, we should delete this. And then here we need one keyframe, and then at 1 second we need it to be completely hidden, so minus 53. And then we need to basically do that for all the rest. So let's move this to 53. Move here, create a keyframe, and then at the end I want it to be at minus 53. And then for the last part, no, we don't want to do that. We need a keyframe here. And then let's move it to minus 53. Okay. So that kind of looks weird because it takes too long for the lasers to retract. So maybe we can do that like 2 frames, and that's basically it. Actually, we are editing the wrong node. So let's go ahead and adjust our keyframe positions on the okay, so this is full laser 1, and then we need this one and this one, like so. And maybe we could just wait until the laser is fully retracted. So let's move everything by 2 keyframes to the right. So that's for the laser 1, and then for the laser 0 we actually need to move it even further out. So basically when it stops, it then retracts into keyframes. So let's see. So let me just see it once or twice more, because I think it would look kind of better if both laser sides would retract at the same time. So maybe the faster laser can wait a little bit at the top for the other one to arrive there, and then they could turn off simultaneously. So one is at the top already, one is coming there, and now they both turn off. Okay, now let's add the final keyframes to this animation. Let's save it, and now we can also, let's, you know what, let's do like a little dark rectangle in the middle, just so it looks better. And then let's duplicate idle 1 and name it open 01, right? Let me just check on the marketplace what the animation names are real quick. Yeah, we don't want that. So guess we can show this here. And we can also check if the public sale is still going on, because yeah, apparently there's still some premium lands available, but they're kind of expensive and you don't really get much for it. I mean, these epics, yeah, that's basically all I have to say about them. But let's not get hung on that. Let's check out some door. So we have open, close. Let's see, open. Okay, it's the state. So we'll check the rest of the animations. Also, let's just go ahead and opening is the animation, and open, wait, close and idle are the same, right? Close and idle are the same. So let's minimize that. So opening, open. We need to do what? First we need to delete some extra keyframes, because otherwise our stuff will lag. And I guess it would be easier if we added the second keyframe to idle at the end, but hey, even I make mistakes. That sounds like I don't make them usually, but yeah. Everybody makes mistakes. So let's get rid of this. Now this needs to be moved outwards, I think to 53, 33, 31? Oh, where? To 31, okay. So open. Wait a sec. Were we... Wait, what? Why aren't these opening? Open. So wait, that's weird. Let's get rid of these assets. Perhaps we forgot to save. Is that possible? Would that would that also break our animations? I don't know. So there's that. And then let's move these to 31. To 31. Now let's save. And just so we don't have to repeat everything again. And then for this side, let's delete the second keyframes. Let's open these doors. And we definitely don't want to add a second keyframe here, because we still need to duplicate it to make the closing animation. Let's delete these keyframes. Oops, now we are on the wrong time. Okay. So you need to be careful which keyframe you have selected here in the bottom. So let's move this inwards, this inwards, this inwards. And then let's delete that. Move this inwards to 31. Okay. And then when it's open, the lasers are at 107, I think. Yep, that's correct. So this. And then we also need to retract them inwards to -53. So here's the 53. I think I mentioned it somewhere else before, but it's actually here. So let's move that inwards as well, like so. Let's save, and also let's just delete these keyframes that are otherwise moving. Okay. And then we also need to open the door, of course. So here it starts to lag, so 119. And then 119 here as well. Or maybe it could move even a little bit further outwards. Like so. So how much is that? 123. Let's get rid of the keyframes. Let's save this animation, and then let's change on the opening. The final keyframe for these should be 4 voxels to the left. That's 5. That's 4. Okay. So that's good. This is kind of good. We still need to add the oh, and you can't even you can't really see my keyframes because my face is over them. I haven't realized that sooner. What can you do? You can either have a webcam or you can show the whole screen. So yeah. So let's duplicate this into closing. closing 0, 1, because it's helpful if you have the same starting state, and you can then basically just make it into a new state. So it starts here, and then we can so in the first second I think we want the doors to close. So that's at 64, I guess. Then move this one to 64 as well. Okay. And maybe we can do the quad out again. Okay, and then maybe just before they close, we can start making our lasers, which are here. So let's add a keyframe so it doesn't move until now, and then extend it outwards to 6. No, oh my god. So we need to move the keyframe and now move it to 6, right? So there's that. And then we need to do something similar for all the other lasers. So this one is on the... Oh my god. So that one was on the other side, and let me just figure out where all the lasers went. So this one is already extended. And now let's move this one to 6, 4, 5, 6. Now we can go to this laser, add a keyframe, put it to 6, and then for the last laser, add a keyframe, put it to 6. Great. So now we can... I don't know what we can do now. Okay, so let's see. So that's really quick. Then here maybe we can also start extending the second door, which should be somewhere on the side, right? So basically we can... Yeah, let's add keyframes to all of these so they don't start moving until notice, and then let's rotate this. Okay, and this, and this. Okay. And then let's not forget about the keyframes for the other part. So let's add the keyframes now, and then move to 2 seconds where the door should be closed. Then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then again, like so. And then just this last part should be moved from here to... Wait, why didn't it start at... Oh, it did start at 31.0. And now let's move this to 94, right? Where is it at? 94, 94. Okay, great. And we can use the quad outs again, and now you can actually see what I'm clicking at, because it's enough to the right. So quad out, quad out, quad out, another quad out, and the last quad out for that side. And we still have one more side to do, but we can also move the lasers back into their appropriate positions. So let's check on the idle 0, 1. full laser 0 is at 16 and full laser 1 is at 72. So 16 and 72. Full laser 1, oh my god, I forgot which one was which. I think this one was at 72. So let's wait for them to appear and then do 72. Okay. And that can be a I guess it can be linear, because if it transitions to the yeah, we still need to do that animation, but if it then transitions to something where the doors are closed and just the lasers are moving, I think it would kind of make more sense if it was a linear movement, but I'm not too sure if it actually would, so maybe let's make them just a quad out, and then we can figure out the rest later. And then this needs to be let's extend this outwards, right, so we can see better what's going on. And then let's move this to 16, and let's just the inner one is more downwards, so that should be about fine. And then we can use a quad out as well. So let's see what we have for now, and let's maybe just save. And now I guess we can make the lasers move up and down. I mean, there's really not much work that needs to be added. So, but first let's do the left side of this front door. So let's extend that, and now we can add keyframes basically to everything here. And now if we do some rotations, so this needs to go by 2, this needs to go by 4, this needs to go by 4 as well. And then for the other side we already have the keyframes, so it's really not a big deal. So there's that, and the last part. And then let's also move this to 94, I think, or minus 94 to be precise. And then let's change these linears to quad outs, like so. Quad out and a quad out. Let's save, and now let's see. Okay, so that looks kind of cool. And let's not forget about adding the last keyframe to everything. Let's save, and then I think we can do it for the idle, right? It would make most sense. So let's duplicate this, and then we can name it like we can name it laser, we can name it moving laser, we can name it whatever we want basically. Maybe we can name it lasers, laser 01, whatever. So that can be a 2-second animation as well. So let's just extend the ending of the... Okay, so we don't need the side. we need full laser 0. What? Oh, okay. So we can extend this outwards, just so it starts and ends at the same position. And then you need to find some good way. So let me just write that down on a little piece of paper. So, oh my god, we need to do some quick math here. So the back one starts at 16, then it needs to move to -3, then it needs to move to, let me just add the second keyframe, then it needs to move all the way to the top to 107, and then back to 16, right? So the height of this column is 110 voxels. So if it moves all the way up and all the way down, that's 220 voxels. And if we have 2 seconds, each having 24 keyframes, that's 48 frames. And then if we divide 220 by 48, let's see what we end up with. So 220 divided by 48 is about 4.6 voxels per second would be our speed. And then if we convert that back to keyframes, when it needs to move from 16 to -3, that kind of takes like 19, right? 19 voxels, which would translate roughly into 4 keyframes. Is that correct? Or did I divide something incorrectly? So we can just try to put it like so. So that's 4 keyframes, and then it needs to move to 110, which is basically, so 110 times 48 divided by 220. It's yeah, actually a whole second. Who would have thought? So we basically just need the offset. So let's see. So this kind of moves linearly, and we can't really add any quad movement because that would just make it look weird. But the movement could actually be even slower. So we could put these to 1, 2, 3. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then put this to 4, and then this would be at 2 seconds, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we basically have it moving at half the speed, and that still looks pretty nice. Let's save. And then for the other one, full laser 1 needs to move from 72 down to -3, which is movement by 75 voxels. So we can calculate our keyframe offset by multiplying that by 48, or even actually we need to multiply by 96, because our current animation has 96 keyframes because it's 4 seconds long. So 96 times 75 divided by 220, we get at roughly 32 or 33 keyframes. So That would be, that's 24, that's 30, and then 33. So full laser 1 would now have to be at the bottommost position, which is -3. And then, well, actually, you know what? Let me just extend this outwards to 4, just so we have the same keyframe. And then here is -3. And then if we move by 1 second, 2 seconds, well, almost 2 seconds to here, now it needs to be all the way at the top at 107, and then it can move down. So let's play the animation. So now the lasers are moving up and down. Great. Okay, so basically we have more or less done everything. Also, let's not forget about our keyframes. So let's add them to all nodes here, and let's just check the rest, and then if that's good, we can maybe do a little bit of work on the game jam entry, and then we can slowly conclude today's stream. So we have every keyframe required, so let's save, and now we can quit VoxEdit, and basically that's it for the... I think I'm gonna call this asset very secure door, but it might be something else at the end. And also let me just take a screenshot of these 3 wheels, just so I can perhaps use it in a thumbnail or something. So that's saved. Now we can close that, and you can see that, yeah, my room is basically rotated completely towards the west, so now in the afternoon the sun is shining really bright. Maybe I can close it like this. I guess that's better. Maybe I can move the flower a little bit towards here, just so you don't see too much of a reflection from my screen. And let me just take a sip of water, and and now we can move to the game maker. So let's close that. Let's wait for it to close. Okay. And now we can open the Sandbox maker. And I actually there is a weird thing that in VoxEdit it actually offers you to save before quitting, but in the game maker you have to do it manually. So I actually made some stuff and just quit, and it wasn't saved. So okay. So we are in the game maker now. Apparently we have lost some blocks. So let's add them back. I think one was the stone, or somebody else was using this account, which would be fine actually, but just a little bit unexpected. So we were using stone bricks as base for our... Let me just see if there's something being built. Nope. So first thing I wanna do is add like pillars that would kind of support this castle-like structure. Okay, and when you have the... I didn't know you could right-click and pan. I just thought you would be able to rotate. Okay, that's useful. That's good to know. So let's see if we can grab the block. Let's zoom out a little bit. We can grab the block from there and extend it all the way to the bottom. And then I think we can... So this is gonna be like a room. So let's make a wall. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 from one side, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 from the other. So how big of an entrance do we want actually? Maybe 2 blocks from each side as well, so we have like 4 blocks. And now we can do like a little bridge. So, whoa, why did it start building there? Maybe it can be 4 long in the middle, and then it can start to slope downwards again. Now we're underneath the lava, so we couldn't select the rest of the blocks. And now maybe we can do this 4. And then we would probably need some kind of... or not. We could... I don't know, we could either make like a little ridge on the side, but that's not really necessary. But we can maybe do it like so. And then let's try to connect it to the lava. So it would end there. And maybe let's just save every now and then, just so I don't press quit at the end and save nothing. And this whole... well, not the whole stream, but again, a lot of work would go into nothing. So let's grab the inner one, then try to find the appropriate place in the lava. And I think it would kind of make more sense if we did something like this instead. So we have 2 blocks here, 2 blocks there. Let's just do it on the inner side as well. Whoops, now this is covering our view. So let's do that. And then here let's delete this, just so we don't have 2 thick pillars. And then maybe let's delete this as well. Maybe something like this, so you could jump onto it or something and then progress inwards. And maybe we can do like some little details. So let me just check the entities. I think there should be a gargoyle. Gargoyle. No? Statue? No? Okay, so let me just save. And then let's go to the marketplace. Try to sign in. Already have an account. Okay. We don't need to save that. And let's just add gargoyle statue. Gargoyle. And let's not have the door behavior selected, but let's add the gargoyle statue. And now we can minimize this, and hopefully it's gonna show up here. Not yet. So maybe let's save, and then we can just relaunch the experience, and hopefully the gargoyle will be there. So we quit. We relaunch. And now let's check if the gargoyle is here. Okay, we have the gargoyle statue. We can replace the grass block. Okay, so we need to select the block, so we delete that. And now we can place this one here and here maybe. And we can rotate it so it faces the right direction, like so. Okay. We don't really need like doors that would be blocking entrance and stuff, and maybe we can do the inner part from like this cobblestone or whatever you would call it. So 3, 4. Oh, we can make tall doors. Oh my god. Something like this. And then let's just do wait a sec, let's get rid of that, so we have a nice corner here and a nice corner there, and basically we can just extend this outwards, and then we'll make some windows. But first we need to have like a rough idea of how our area is gonna look. That's too much. So here, 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 and here. Okay. So this is the... Okay, this is 2 blocks, and so if we make like a little empty windows here, the player should be able to jump out through them. So let's see, something like this maybe, or it could be something like this also, or you know what, it would probably just look best if we had something like this. And then we can also try to find some windows that we can put inside, if there are any good on the marketplace. And so now we can... Whoops, that's the wrong thingy. And now we can move the spawn point here. So now let's save. And now let's press play. So we spawn in here, in our new little location. So you would basically come through here. And these doors are actually really big. So this would be kind of like a room before the boss, which will be in here. now I think it would kind of make sense if we made the door outline a little smaller. Let's see. Like so. Then here as well. And then maybe we can replace these blocks with the same type as we have the rest of our room. Okay. Save. And now we can also do okay, first off we have some gates already. Let's check how big these are, just for the sake of it. Wait, what? How do these open? Okay. I think we can try to interact with them, right? Okay, so now they're open and now they're closed. That's actually a really interesting asset. I think we can use it. Okay. And now if we select the block, can we... I think it... Whoa. What happened there? I think that's just fine if we keep it here, and then let's also maybe move the spawn outside, just so it kind of makes more sense. And why did it disappear? Oh, how did it get so much downwards? Okay. Here. Save. Okay. Now let's press play. You get to the door, it opens up. You kind of walk through it. Then maybe it could open... it could close after the player enters, which would kind of be interesting. And of course they can't jump outwards. So that's good. And now we can maybe look if there are some fences. Fence. And maybe we could add some bone fences to the side, just to make it look a little bit more spooky. So there's that. Then this kind of connects nicely, and then this doesn't connect nicely anymore. So maybe this, or can move it. Well, I mean, even if it intersects a little bit, it isn't too much of a problem, I guess. So that's for one side. And then that's for the other. And maybe we can just... oh my god, these are all the platforms, I forgot. So basically we need to remove or set all the behaviors to none as well, because otherwise they're just gonna start moving, and we don't want our fans to move, at least not this one. So let's set all the... no, come on. Let me select the fans. So we can set them... Come on, man. Okay, good. So all of our fences... Come on! Let me select the other one. Should have the behavior none, which is good, and yeah, we did rotate that one a little bit. Okay, let's get rid of the behavior. Let's rotate it around. Okay, and now we can just duplicate it, move it, and yeah, so no more tedious rotations or removals of behavior. So this can be maybe here, and then let's duplicate this one and move it somewhere like here. And I guess since this the other side, maybe we can add like 2 of these shorter parts. Maybe like one here. Then let's duplicate it, move it even further to the right. And then that's basically it for the entry, or I mean for now. Okay, so let's see if we can jump. Okay, we can. So if we were to move everything a little bit inwards, can we prevent that? Let's move this. Well, not too much so it doesn't glitch with the gargoyle, but whoa. And then let's do something similar for the other side. Okay. And now we have to rotate it to the other side so we can select the thing we want. Okay, great. And let's press play and see if we can still do that. Okay, we can still do it here because of the gargoyle. And it kind of can catch itself and we just jumped over it. Okay, so that's not the most not the safest bridge, but yeah, it's not really meant to be, so that's fine. So I think we saved, and now maybe we can go to the marketplace and check out some windows, maybe. So this one is 2x2, which is basically the perfect size we need, and it also kind of fits with the theme. And yeah, there actually aren't many more, so yeah, I guess we just go with that one. And now let me just think a little bit if we need something else, perhaps some bookshelves. hidden bookshelf, library bookshelf. Hmm. Large wooden bookshelf. Enchanted book. Interesting. So basically we wanna use we will be using bookshelves like as a labyrinth or something like that. So I guess this library bookshelf looks generic enough that it could be added. So, okay, let's not spend too much time looking at this stuff. Let's minimize the window. Let's save the game and relaunch it, so we hopefully get the windows and the bookshelves. Or we can try to find them now, but I kind of doubt it. Book. Yeah, nothing was found. So let's refresh that. Okay. Edit. Okay, let's see now. Okay, here's our stone window. And bookshelf. Awesome. Now let's see how the window fits in. Perhaps we can rotate it and realign it like so, and that actually fits quite well with the rest of the texture. So we can just duplicate it and then put it into the other places. And another thing we could do would be to make to basically duplicate it and put it into the inner side as well, just so it would kind of look nicer from the inside, although I am not it isn't like mandatory, or it wouldn't change much, or it could even be bad because player would be bumping into this. Also, was that it? Wait a sec. Let me just pull it outwards. So are these just like... Well, these aren't mirrored even, but... Okay, so they aren't the same, but they highly imply that the light is coming from the top left corner, which I guess isn't too bad, but yeah, just wanted to check that out. And now we can try to duplicate this, rotate it, and then move it onto the other side, and then move it to the right. And maybe we can do 3 of them, and then we'll test if the player collides with the this outside sticking part. So let's save, just in case we crash something. Okay, play. So we're at the outside of our little room. So now we're here, and okay, so you can't jump, but otherwise kind of looks fine. Or even we could do like a little parkour over these things. And another thing that I was thinking about was can the player run through the window? So if we were to delete that, okay, and then let's move these downwards, and let's move these downwards as well. Let's press play. So the player can go through that. Okay. We can't undo it apparently, so let's just move this to the top. Oh my god, I didn't want to delete them, but okay. So that's the wall side. I'm still not too sure how I feel about these ledges. Maybe what if we move it like half a block inwards, or is that too much? So, but if we move it here, it really doesn't make much difference if we have it or not. So okay, I guess that's for the outside, or at least a start. And then basically in the middle we'll have like a wizard, so let's try to figure out where the middle should be. So we are kind of sure that these doors are centered. Oh, hi. No problem. Today we are doing a little longer stream, but yeah, so we already did our well, we basically finished our thing in the that we started on Monday when my computer unfortunately crashed again, but now we are making our game jam entry for the glitch. So I'll probably do this for another 20 minutes and then we'll call it a day. And it's really nice you managed to join the stream, Abar. So let's delete a couple of blocks from each side. So there's 6 and there is 6, and we just basically keep deleting them until we are left with the number of blocks we wanna use for our base. And we can maybe make it 3 by 4 or 2 by 3 even. It doesn't really have to be large because we'll just put one NPC on it. Now we made it 3 by 3. That's definitely not possible. So let me just see. Oh, we have. Come on, let me draw. So wait, what's going on now? Let's save, just in case something crashes. Okay. Okay, can we do... Oh, now that works. Okay. Okay, this works too now. So, let's see. Here it's like that, and on the other side... Oh, it's actually 3 wide? 3, oh, okay, that's cool. That's also completely fine. So, here in the middle, I was thinking that we would have like a wizard that would be spawning like some annoying little thingies that would be attacking you. So we have a purple wizard and ice wizard. So I think the purple wizard would fit better with the theme. Well, the theme. With the thing is that he'll be spawning, so let's see. What was that called? No. Rodent? No. P. Oh my god. Now I can't remember the thingy that I added that the wizard should be spawning, but it was like a bunny from Five Nights at Freddy's or something. It looks kind of spooky. So he would be watching you when you enter. And then now that we have our center point, we can try. Yes, my PC crashed on Monday and I just called it a day. and then yeah, it wouldn't really make much sense if I started the stream for the third time. So I just said it's enough for today. So I think we can now add a couple of these bookshelves. Are they empty? Wait, what happened here? Let me investigate. Library bookshelf without books. So if we add animated decoration, where's that? Oh, here. Let's see. Oh, bookless v1. Maybe we can save. Okay, and let's check out the animation or the state. Okay, so it basically has different books, which is kind of cool because you can have multiple of this asset, and it was actually pretty lucky that we picked it because I didn't even know it had such a feature. So it's saved again. Let's play, and yeah, these books are different. So it's not just a copy paste from one to another. Now, what we actually we have v1, v2, so we can just duplicate them and add different animations, and then okay, so this one is v1, this one will be v2, just so we have them ordered when we're picking them up. So deselect, let's select this one has v3, great. You can guess which this one will have. And then I think the fifth state is the last. Oh, it's actually 6 of them. And we could even have the bookless one if we wanted to. So now we have our 6 bookshelves, and now we basically want to make them into like a labyrinth or something. So maybe let's just grab a couple, pull them to the other side. Let's okay, maybe this one. And the nicest thing is that I actually have no idea. Well, this one I know is 6 and this one I know is 1. Okay, so we have like 4, and maybe we can do like a little kind of like a dead end. So some of them could be even moving, but that might require some additional work. Maybe we can do something like this that kind of looks like a dead end, but it actually isn't, because I think you should be able to squeeze through here. And now we can rotate this one just so they aren't all oriented the same way, and move it here next to it, like so. Then this can be oh my god, I over rotated it. So let's put this here. So we have like this L shape, and you can see up here that they aren't perfectly aligned, but I think we will survive even without that. And then this one can be blocking the path from here. Maybe we can rotate it like so, and then make something like this. So let's just try out if we can squeeze through this little space here. And these are all the different book layouts. So basically it would be in the labyrinth of books with some critters chasing your arse. Now we can maybe duplicate this one and put it here. And then maybe we can duplicate some other asset. Well, asset, it's the same asset, but it uses different animation. And this one can be maybe put here in the middle. And then this one here. Also, can we select multiple? Okay, we can. Can we duplicate multiple? We can. Okay. This is getting interesting, actually. So we could make some preset shapes and then just kind of move them around. So maybe we could duplicate this and move it here. And now we can just use the Shift key to align it to half a block. And maybe let's go ahead and try to do something like that. Maybe we can use something that's made out of 3 shelves, and it would be kind of like well, we'll see what we're gonna call it, because even I'm not entirely sure what's gonna come out of it. So we have something like this, and then maybe this one can be even bookless. And maybe let's try to duplicate this and put it here, maybe like so. Okay. And now for the next part, I think I just wanna add some books or bookshelves to this area to make it a bit more closed off. Or actually we'll have like a bit of an empty space in here, but it's gonna be closed from this side. So this is gonna be more of an like a weird L shape, I guess. And then maybe we can duplicate this and put it... Oh, we duplicated a little bit more than what I initially wanted, but that's fine as well. So we have some more open spaces and then some narrower spaces. So maybe we can just try this layout out with some enemies. So let's search by the category. But no, I think, or do we? I don't think we have the option to sort by behavior, so let's go ahead and use like a monster. Wait, let's get rid of that. Maybe we can just have a couple of skeleton warriors that are gonna be chasing us around, and a couple means two, of course. And maybe just give them like 13 health, so it doesn't take us too long to beat them. And okay, they already have the enemy behavior. So let's press play. Let's aggro them. So now they're kind of chasing us. And now we kind of trying to dodge them through the books. And it's kind of better if it can be done like this, because these narrow spaces, as I have just realized, kind of mess up the camera, or at least I don't like it as much. So perhaps let's try to avoid them in the future, or let's not make too many like cramped up spaces. So let's duplicate a couple more here, and these will be added. Where will they be added? To this part, but in what way? So maybe just something like this. Then this will be blocking the player's path, and then we can maybe put this here, and then let's duplicate it, rotate it. Well, now we have rotated it. And now let's align it to this side. So there's that. And now we can maybe just duplicate 3 of them. Move them backwards. To just kind of close this area up. Like so. Or, you know what? Let's move them outwards a little bit, and then we can rotate them so there are books from both sides. Okay, and well, it can be even like this, so it isn't, so the whole thing isn't too thick. And now we can even move it a little bit inwards, like so. And now let's see, can we deselect that? Apparently we didn't, although I don't think it was showing us that part as selected, but hey, what do you know? Now let's rotate it a little bit, and okay, so something like this. And then maybe just move this bookshelf, because as we said, we don't want to have too narrow spaces, so maybe we can move it over to this side, and maybe rotate it. Now we're getting that L shape right again. So now it kind of looks somewhat similar to this one. Okay. Now maybe we can put like this little thingy over here, but let's rotate it as well. Whoa! What just happened? Okay, we grabbed the wrong thing. And this could be even blocking the way through here, like so. So you can just run in circles around the wizard. You actually have to move into the labyrinth. So we're almost done with half of our layout, and we'll try to hide some clues or something that the player will have to figure out how to escape this. And let's just save. As mentioned before, I am kind of used to Vox Edit, where you quit. It asks you if you want to save, but this one doesn't. Well, this one just says it won't be saved. So yeah, sometimes I mistakenly quit and lose some progress. So I'm trying to remember as often to save as possible, just so such unfortunate mishaps don't occur too often. And maybe we can do something like this here. So we kind of get in and then move around. That okay, so that's at the edge. Let me select the second one. Okay, we got the second bookshelf, and we can move that here. And now these are nope. These are just our templates. Let's see. What do we wanna do here? I guess we could do. I guess we could select this part and this as well. Duplicate. Okay, and now maybe let's rotate this one over to that side, so the path is a bit wider. Okay, that's good. Now this can be like moved over this side. Okay. Now we can duplicate this part and move it over here. And now let's just, nope, we don't want to rotate it that way. Nope. Okay, now we're good. So we can move this here, so it's kind of so it kind of hides some of this back of the bookshelf, and basically we don't need these anymore. So wait, why aren't you? Okay, now it's moving. I don't know why it wasn't before, but okay, so we have this little part. Okay, we have selected the spawn as well. Let's not select it. And we can move this to here maybe, but this one is too much, so maybe it can be moved to the end, like so. And then let's move these a little bit inwards. And then we could have like one bookshelf here. Oops. Maybe here in between the windows. Well, here. And another one just to make the path a little bit longer, like so. And well, yeah, it... Mm, okay, so maybe let's just check what it looks like when you move through this dragon door. So you basically see the wizard, and okay, now there are these guys already bugging me, but you can basically see him from everywhere, more or less. And it also kind of gives you a rough idea of the orientation, because you can see, well, it doesn't rotate, so you kind of know it's looking towards the door. Okay, let's save. Okay. And what do we want to do for this part? Maybe like a large L shape. This, and this. Somewhere here, perhaps. And we can rotate this bookshelf to the correct side, like so. Actually, we should rotate the outer one not like this, but onto this side. So we can have another one basically completing the L shape. Come on. No. Yes, I wanna select that. So let's move that like so. So we have this, that, and then we could be... I just don't... I was thinking of like blocking this part, so you would be kind of forced to go through this way, but I'm just not too sure if that's something that I wanna do. But we can try it out and make this level feel different from different sides. So maybe grab a couple of shelves from there, and let's rotate, and let's move them backwards so they're aligned. Okay, and now maybe let's not select these two. So now we can rotate this. And let's rotate this as well. And let's not grab the incorrect rotating tool. And let's move it outwards a little bit. And then we can do with these what we did before with the 3 ones. Okay. So they basically have books from both sides. Okay, so that's pretty open. And then there's like this narrow path. And then what can we do here? Maybe just like a... wait. this and that one. We don't need more. I don't think so, at least. So put this here. And well, maybe let's not make that end. Okay, maybe we can, or not. Let's keep it here. Then maybe just these two can be moved a little bit further towards the back. And that's kind of it for our maze. So it's kind of more, well, I didn't want to do that. Let's save first. So there's kind of like more books on this side and kind of a bit more open on the other side, but what matters most is that it kind of makes sense to the player, right? So when they enter, they can run around, and then these things are spawned. Now what I would like to figure out if it's possible to spawn invincible characters, which might not be, but if we don't try we can't know, right? So let's put an asset down, and then this should be behavior asset spawner. Okay, well, that's what we want, and we can set the use preset true, false. Okay. So we can spawn basically whatever we want. Maybe beaver, and added behavior would be a melee enemy, and yeah, we can't make it invincible. But if we use the, yeah, we can't even select if we wanna use the preset. So I think that's, and we probably need the message broadcaster, right? Okay, if we interact with it, it's also spawned. Okay, so now we have these little beavers chasing us around. So let's edit logic. Tags, components, physics, okay. So message required would be spawn, sure, and delay between spawns. Let's make it like 5 seconds, because we don't wanna spam too much. And I think if we added like the fence, well, it doesn't matter what asset it is, it's just that we need to set it to be a message broadcast. And then let's edit logic. So message to send would be spawn. Broadcast type would be everyone in range, and the range would be, yeah, I think that's, I mean, we don't have any other asset spawners, so that's good. And then a delay between broadcasts is 5, which is also fine, I think. So let's just save. Okay, play, open the door, and now okay, there's one beaver. And let's maybe run a circle, and eventually there should be 2 beavers chasing us. Oh, there's another one. And there's actually no way to keep them from spawning, I think. Oh, there's a third one. Now let's run. Let's run. Run for your life. Okay, so eventually they're gonna overwhelm me. But we can try at least the mechanic of running away from beavers through this labyrinth. Oh no. Oh no, there's more. So you're actually kind of under a little bit of pressure to disable this spawner, because otherwise these beavers are gonna tear you apart. And does the avatar regenerate by itself? I don't think so. Maybe we can run a couple of circles and see if our regeneration kicks in, but I don't think there is a base regeneration. Also, this kind of we can try if double thickness of the wall would fix that as well. So but the spawner currently works as intended. So let's go ahead and try to make this wall thicker, and let's see if 2 blocks help in any way, shape or form. So if we go here, and then yeah, you can still see over, but a little bit less, right? I think that's just some kind of rendering issue, or I mean that's not supposed to show up, but so basically we figured out that the thicker wall doesn't help really. So let's get rid of that. Let's also save, and maybe we could add like a little. Should we add a healer into our labyrinth? I don't think so. But we should figure out a way to disable the spawner, right? So let's just check out some quests. What can we do with quests? So auto unlock quest type, either counter acid death or wait for message, or timer. Interesting. I actually haven't figured out yet what I actually wanted to be an objective. Maybe you know what? Actually, we could make like some vases or something, or some boxes that you would have to destroy, and they would have like so much health that you couldn't just stand there and attack it, because the beavers would come for you, and you would basically have to run around and just smack it once or twice and then keep on running. And then these boxes would maybe drop some items that would that the player could pick up, and after picking up enough items, the current quest would end basically. So maybe let's go quickly back to the shop and see if we can add perhaps some chests or boxes, and this shouldn't be too large, right? And mimic chest. Perhaps we could add like 2 different types of chests, and when you break the wrong one, there would be like another enemy jumping out. I don't think we will be able to do everything today, but let's see if there's a box. I would kind of prefer to have a box. So the pirate box could maybe be like the bad one, just because it, oh come on, just because it has a skull on it. Wait, what? I want to search for box. So maybe this. And then there's a couple of boxes already. So that's one, but I think I preferred the one on the first page, which was fragile wooden boxes. Sure. Let's add that. And I'm pretty sure we have to restart the experience, so these boxes would show up. And let's hope we don't realize we forgot to save something. So now the box should be available. And actually, just a thought, maybe some of these bookshelves could be made into platforms that would basically move around. So just to give you an idea. Here is our... yeah, but they would have to be empty then, right? So let's get rid of the animated decoration behavior and add platform, basic platform. And then move offset would be to -3, I think. No, -2.5. Okay. And then maximum speed, and then maybe it can wait for 10 seconds. I think that would feed good with the whole glitch narrative, like a changing maze. So there's that, and now let's maybe add a regular box to maybe just add it here. And then we would so it doesn't have a behavior, but it drops something on death, right? So it should have a collectible component. So let's go into edit logic, and I think it also requires a health component, and it can be made like really small so we can one-shot it, but just so it has it, right? And then wait, so this is health, collectible, display name. Wait, let me just check what we're actually collecting here. Fragile wooden boxes ×3. Well, no. We don't want to have a collectible component, we want to have a drop component, right? Okay, so it drops on death. It drops one thingy, type of a drop, behavior, preset. So you can't use the preset. Now we can add an asset to spawn, which would be... But then we can't collect it, right? At least I don't think so. Can we search for a coin maybe? No, we don't have a coin. What about goblet? Do we have any goblets? Nope. What else can you drop? Okay, maybe clay plate. That kind of reminds me of a coin because it's circular. And then make it be well, actually it needs to have a components collectible, right? Okay. We don't have any sounds. Wait, can we preview this? Generic coin, sure. Let's go ahead with that one, and then maybe we can also create a quest like destroy boxes. Well, no. I don't know. Quest 1. So this would be destroy wooden boxes to get coins. Auto unlock, auto launch, quest type counter, collected objects, and now we need to... What kind of a tag should we give the item? So I don't know, maze quest coin, and then sure, add quest. So do we have 2 quests now? Okay, let's get rid of that one. Confirm. So we have that, and now can we add a tag? I don't think so. Behavior. I don't think we can add the tag, but maybe we can check out the clay plate and see if it has any default tags. So where are you? Tags, tags, add tag. Well, it doesn't have any tags, so that's not too great. So how do we wanna do that then? Now everything just got a little bit more tricky. Does this have any tags? Nope. Does this have any tags? I don't think so. Nope. Now that's annoying. What about you, Mr. Wolf? Nope. So then we would need a preset, and I think so. I don't think we can do that. Well, we don't have presets right now, I'm certain about that. But I don't know if there is any other solution that could work in a similar way. So let me just try to go to the rules and see collected objects tag. So you have just these two. Another thing would actually be if we counted asset death, and we would be looking for fragile wooden boxes, and we would be like we would be kind of assuming that whenever the box is destroyed, the player collects whatever is inside. So I guess it can watch that, but then it watches just one death, right? That's annoying. But I think right now this should work. It's just not exactly what I wanted it to be. So let's just save this. Let's try it out, and let's hope it works. So let's play. Open. Quest 1 unlock. Destroy wooden boxes to get coins. Okay. Oh no, it's the beaver. Run away. Oh no. I got stuck. Okay. Let's go around. Let's hit it again. And now the quest 1 is complete. Maybe we could even make it like multiple quests, but what if then all of them watch the same wooden box? Then that's not really desired either. And maybe the last thing we can do today would be like killing this message broadcaster. So let's see if we can do that. Add component, health, And then we can make it invincible, but instant death message would be like, I don't know, destroy broadcaster. This tree. Let's change it. No, I can't. Okay. Do you see that? It's actually jumping forwards. Okay, this is weird. Destroy spawner. Destroy spawner. I think I think I spelled that right. So there's that, and then let's go to the rules. And after the asset dies, we should action after completion send message, sure, and the message should be destroy spawner, right? So let's go ahead into the game. We have our beaver. Let's destroy the box, and now that should be dead. Now let's okay, we have another beaver, and that should be the maximum amount of beavers. Oh no, they're still spawning, so that's not working as it should have. Can we change something here maybe? Edit logic. Message required spawn. How do I stop it from spawning? And also it's kind of annoying that these beavers spawn in the fence, so maybe let's rotate that and let's try to figure out why this isn't working as intended. So wait before broadcast. So instant death message that triggers an instant death once received by the asset. Okay. But what if I put this frame as another message broadcast? Maybe we can just maybe the problem is the invincibility. So let's delete that. Let's press play. Let's quickly destroy the box. Okay, so there's one weaver. Okay, now it dies. Okay. So the invincibility was a problem, and now the only problem now is that we can't set health to more, so we can only move this asset somewhere the player can't reach it, right? Because otherwise it can just go to it and destroy this instead of the box. Okay, so now let's just go again. So we come in, there's the fence that's spawning beavers. We destroyed the box, we destroyed the fence, so the beavers stop spawning, and now, oh my god, we can just smash them to pieces. Come on, beavers. You got nothing on me. Okay, and now we have cleared the level. Okay, so we've been streaming for a little bit over 3 hours, so I think I'm gonna call it a day. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the stream, if there are any of. So yeah, bye bye, and I'll see you guys next time.